Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. There's Buddy Boy, the guard dog, future guard dog. He just woofs. He don't scare anybody. Yet. Okay. We're back on the 69 Chevy van. And want to thank Joe Sweet for sending me this dash cover. Now this van, that's the way it came. Nothing on there. Somebody took off the old dash, threw it away. Didn't worry about the next guy buying it and needing something like this, but yeah, Joe sent it to me, and it cost 35 bucks to ship it, and I PayPal'd him 50. Okay, you can see this little metal thing in here where it mounts. It's embedded in the it's like a foam rubber vinyl thing. That's on there. That's on this dash. See? And it's bolted on there. So we'll have to take that off and reuse the nuts for this one. Hopefully none are stripped or anything, but we'll check it all out. So that's how the back hooks, and then the front hooks with just screws. 1, 2, 3, 6 screws. It looks like they're going to take clips or something to hold them in. Have to round something up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so what we're going to do with this is recover it. We'll get it out here. Take a peek. As you can see, it's all cracked and everything. But nobody makes these new. They make them new for the 67 to 72 trucks, but the truck one does not fit a van, from what I've been told. So what we're gonna do, see, this is coming apart here and here. I'm gonna fit it on there and make sure it's supposed to be like that and not like that. So what I got is some of this JB Weld epoxy. Okay, I think it was for plastic and stuff. Oh, it says 5 minutes, but it seemed to take longer to dry when I glued that this little dash vent here. Got that in the back. So we're going to put a little glue on the ends, tighten that up, and maybe fill in this crack. See this coming apart here? We'll put a little on there, kind of put some tape around it to hold it while it dries. And then we're going to see, you gotta, there's a bunch of glue or something here. Somebody glued something over it. We're gonna, it's all kind of warped here too. She's kind of warpy, and anyway, we're gonna, puppy's even making it worse. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, so we're gonna scrape some of that off, and I don't think it's gonna look very good, guys, because it's all warped. But anyway, we're gonna do the best we can, and then I fixed many dashes before. It's my most viewed videos. My most viewed video is doing the dash in the 72 Nova. Although I've done a bunch more videos like that, but that one did the best. Yeah, you can see here it's all up. I don't know if I got any thin foam padding. That's what would probably work good. Put a thin foam padding on there, and then some material over top of it. So I'm going to be using all the stuff that I just got laying around. I'm basically doing it for free, but you guys can do it just for a few bucks. I got a bunch of leftover vinyl from that end's going to be dusty. We're going to be using, I got a lot of this left over from the Nomad. We're going to cut off what I need for this headliner for the Nova. And there should be a strip left to put on that dash, but we'll come back on that. And I got some contact cement, and we got that vinyl, and I would use this vinyl, but it's so crappy. Put a piece of masking tape on and it'll peel off. It's just junk, complete junk. So we got to use stuff which doesn't do that. So that's what we're going to cover it with, because I got it laying around. So you can buy all that vinyl on eBay, or go to your local, whatever they call it, Jones Fabrics and places like that. I don't have any of that stuff around here, guys. I live in the one horse town down the road. I'd have to drive 30-40 miles to go find a bigger store, and I can't be driving back and forth all the time to pick up stuff. So we're going to use what we got. I think that's about it. Anyway, let me put some glue on this, tape it up, let it dry, and like I said, scrape some of this stuff off, and figure out what I want to do for underneath type padding. We got to fill this hole in. I don't want to waste a whole, I got a can of foam, but I don't want to waste a whole can of foam just for little stuff like that. I usually use Bondo if the thing's going to turn out straight, but this one, like I said, it's so warped it may not matter anyway, because it's all warpy. But anyway, let me do that. And this video is about recovering the dash and finishing up what's in here, what we started last video. Got the stereo, the CarPlay deal that's just sitting there. You got to pull the stereo back out to reach in there and undo all these little nuts here, whatever there is, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 of them. And probably got to take out the glove box, so I'm showing you how to mount it too. I hate to take out that glove box. It's all kind of, may have to reach up in there and get these nuts off. So let me take that off so we get this strip off. So I'm going to do that too, and take the stereo out so I can get the hand in the middle here, maybe reach all the way over there and get them out, and get it ready to bolt in there. And then we'll have to round up some clips. It looks like it takes just clips, a little clip deal on there, and then you put a screw in, and all that's missing too. I do have a box of bolts and stuff in here, but I don't know if any of that stuff is in there. This came with the van. Most of this stuff did. So I don't know, maybe this isn't all from the van. It was just in the van. We'll see if something's in there, because I can't think of right now if I have any of those clips laying around. But anyway, we need to round up them. So let me do all that, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I got a little glue drying in them corners. Glued that little metal strip back to the vinyl. Same here. Just mixed up a little bit of the epoxy with a brush. Brushed it all in there. Okay, this is the little metal thing that came off the dash. I said that's what's embedded in there. So you don't need that. I did have to take the glove box liner out, and of course it broke. Figures. No, it broke here. I don't know if I can get that back together, but I think I would have had to taken it out anyway for this heater core. I think I got to take all this apart here to get at that heater core in there eventually, if I can find one. Okay, we got, see the two vents there? Gonna go up to these ducts. Here's the one here. Goes in there. So I got this duct off an old parts van, newer one, like a 89. It was for the rear air conditioner. So we're gonna run them up to those two ducts and get that in. I pulled the radio out like that, mainly because I can get at them. These are the little nuts that went on the end of it, little self screwing on ones. That I just put a little bit of tape and held that antenna up underneath here so it's out of the way of that glove box and everything. Okay, so that's all ready. I guess, well, I'm going to test fit it first. Couldn't test fit it very good with that metal on there. We'll put it on there. It's supposed to dry in 5 minutes, but it's all sticky. It's been, you know, 20 minutes. We'll let that dry a little bit longer. I'll test fit it, and then we'll get it on something here and attempt to recover it. So I'll be back. Okay, guys. Put some clips in here, and got the back of it lined up and all the holes and everything. Then you would tighten them up and push it down a little bit and put a screw in there. I got these screws here lined up with a little washer on them. So yeah, it should work out pretty good. But like I said, see, you can see it's kind of pushed up and stuff there. We're not going to get it completely flat, so it ain't going to be perfect. Okay, I know I've had some of that very thin foam stuff in some packing material when I buy parts, but to tell you the truth, I think I threw it all out. See, something like that, but enough to do that whole dash. But I threw a bunch of that in the shed over here. So let me see if I can round that up. We'll glue that on, then get some material and glue it on. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I couldn't find one big long strip, so I cut up these little strips here, and I'm just going to glue them on. Glue them on like that. Some contact cement. So let me do that and I'll be back. Okay guys, next day I glued on that thin piece of foam, cut some little pieces here to fill in the edges, and then I kind of did it wrong to begin with, so I had to put another strip along this front here and glued it on. So it's been overnight. I'm going to take this tape off. Hopefully it held, and then we'll cut off a piece of material, vinyl, and we'll get to gluing that on there. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, I untaped it. I think it'll be pretty good, but that material I got left over, this is that headliner backing I'm going to use most of it for the Nova. We don't have enough. See, this end here is too short, and then what we need is this end here. This be long enough, but we only got up to there, so it's not going to be enough. About that much short. So let me get that other cheaper stuff, which might not be worth a damn, but because it'll crack and stuff even when you bend it. But anyway, but I definitely got to use that big piece for the headliner. Anyway, let me get the other piece out and we'll see if it'll fit. Okay guys, I cut that big piece to fit the headliner. So yeah, this is what's left over from it. There wasn't enough left over from that other cheap stuff. So as you can see, it's going to be short on the ends. So we're just going to glue that on there and then just make some little end caps and try to make it look halfway decent. But that's the best I can do. I can't buy another. See, this is the width that comes in, and then you buy it by the length, how much you want. So I would have to buy you know, the length of this thing of new material. Well, the main thing is I don't have it here. This is all I got to work with. I can't wait, you know, 4 or 5. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow, so I can't wait, you know, a week for it to get here. We want to get it done and in there. So yeah, it ain't gonna look the greatest, but anyway, let me get this glued on there, taped on there. We're gonna glue it, use some duct tape around the edges, and then get that on there, then cut off the excess and make a couple little caps for the ends. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, got a little glue, contact cement around these edges here. Once it tacks up a little bit, we're gonna wrap that over and tape it like that, and then flip it over and glue the underside of this, and then get it around this edge. So I'll be back. Okay guys, I got it glued at the bottom there, duct taped along there, and then I flipped it around like this and glued the top right to this edge, and then we'll flip it around and do the underneath here, right underneath here. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, got it flipped over and just gluing this here. We'll stretch it, wrap it around, and tape that through the bottom there. So I'll be back. Okay guys, got it glued on there. Punch the little holes for the screws to mount to. Okay, well, that's all I got left over. We'll cut off some little pieces of that. It's all dusty. Hopefully it'll clean up. And we'll try to make some little end caps here and make it nice and neat. But it'd be nice if I had just one whole piece. But anyway, I figure something else and I'll be back. Okay guys, I got these ends on there. They're not going to look very good on the corners, but you know, that's the best I can do. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and mount it in there. I showed you how where the mounting screws and stuff go, so I'm just gonna put it in there and bolt it on. I'll be back. Okay guys, it's mounted in there. Got all the little bolts tightened on the back, and I went in the front. There's the screws in the front there. So it looks pretty good. Just these little end things don't look that great, but oh well. It's just a little dusty from... Okay, I probably didn't show it. I got those ducts in there. Right in here, put some duct tape on them. They should be okay. Got this big grill for a factory front speaker, but I got a couple of sets of 3-inch speakers, 3 or 3.5 inch. Thought about putting 2 of them up there, but I don't know, maybe not. Okay, I think we're ready to mount the stereo back in there, and we'll go from there. Probably hook up these wires here to a hot wire in the fuse block there to turn on these lights, and we'll run them along there and stick them in behind there, and probably just run it down that pillar for now. Once we at some point do this windshield, we'll stick them in behind the rubber. But okay, yeah, let me put in the stereo and we'll go from there. I don't know if we want to take this off, this CarPlay deal, and mount it up here and have it come across. And if I didn't mention, I probably didn't, I contacted them. This is, see these two plugs in right here, and then this for the front cam, this for the rear cam. Well, I couldn't find the front cam. Well, it doesn't come with one. So I contacted them and told them the video's almost done, which you've already seen it by now, but at this moment it's not out yet. And they, oh, we'll send you a camera and all that. So it probably won't be here for a while, probably video after this one. And we'll get the cams hooked up there, front cam and the rear cam. Like I said, I got a big long extension right here. We'll see if it will reach all the way to the back, but right now we're not going to worry about that. Let's just get the stereo in and we'll go from there, see what we want to do with this. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, show you that looks from this side. Okay, I did a power wire up. This light here is burnt out. When you close the lid, they turn off, but I hooked it up to ignition power anyway. Two lights work there, and they go out. Okay, got the got it going watching YouTube on the ATOTO Carplay device. I think I'm just going to leave it there. I thought about putting it up, like I said, up here somewhere, but I think that'll be all right. But yeah, it's pretty cool. We got the full screen. There we go, full screen. Yeah, I'll put a link and stuff in the description for that deal. Turn off the key, turn everything off. Yeah, like I said, if you watched the last video there, this is all adjustable and swivels and all that. I think it'll be all right where it's at. I don't know, when you're driving though, it might shake and stuff, but you know, this thing's a rattle trap. But yeah, anyway, that's how the dash pad looks on this side. Turned out pretty good. Looks a lot better than no dash pad. Well, okay. We gotta wait on the speakers. We gotta wait on the front dash cam of this. Oh, I meant to see if anything comes out the rear dash cam without the front here being hooked up. So anyway, I'll be back later then. Okay guys, it's the day after Thanksgiving. It's pretty much winter now, because even though it don't look like it, the sun is shining down, but it's only like 48. Got my winter coat on, which is a hoodie. So yeah, it's going to be like this for the next week. I can only get stuff done pretty much in the, you know, about 11 till 4. You know, unless I clean out my garage and do all that and put a heater in there, but I don't like working in the garage. So okay, let's get a few more little things done here. I bought these reverse lights sockets. Okay, got them off eBay. I forget how much they were. They might have been, you know, about 15 bucks. So if you remember, I got the signal. We'll figure out how that goes now. I think that just one wire goes to that reverse light. We replaced these and we got the signals and driving lights and all that working. And then the these reverse lights are just all, sockets are all messed up. Yeah, that's for the reverse right there. That's part of the light. I'm still not sure what this blue one is for. I'll check that. But yeah, these are the lights that go up back to the front. And then the factory ones just had reflectors. I took these lenses out of another van. Don't know if I'll hook them up or not. But anyway, we need to get these sockets out of there and put in them new ones for the reverse lights. Wasn't really going to do it, but it's them there. We got these ones working. Let me do that and I'll show you that. As far as the heater core, just had a joker on there. About 5 times he posted when I asked if anybody makes a heater core. Oh, you're not looking hard enough. And he kept showing 67 to 72 truck. Oh, you can pick them up at O'Reilly's or AutoZone. Anyway, that they don't make them. They make them for trucks, not for vans, and they're different. Then finally one guy says, oh, I don't think anybody makes them. You have to go to a radiator shop. Yeah, well, there's no radiator shop around here, and I'm not going to have that old one rebuilt. It would cost way too much to have someone fuck around with that thing for $100 an hour. So I think I'm gonna have to take that out. I don't know if I'll do that this video, but we got the glove box liner out and stuff. We'll tear it down, take it out, and then I'll just have to look at pictures of new heater cores there on eBay and figure out the best way to go. It's mainly those it's mainly these two here that need to be, you know, fit through that hole and go down. They don't have to go down perfect or anything like that, but they got to be kind of like this. And we'll figure out what I got to take out of there to get that heater core out. Hopefully just as 1/2 of it. May have to take the whole thing, but I'm just hoping just half of it, this half, and pull it out. This one makes a little bit of noise or something, so we'll clean that out and lube it up. Blower motor. Yeah, I don't think I'll do it this video. We'll save it for next video. Yeah, let me know what y'all think about the dash. Like I said, the ATOTO's gonna send a front dash cam, and we'll get that hooked up. Now, one other thing, he asked me if I could talk about the DriveChat. It's kind of, they said it's like a ChatGPT where you can ask it questions and all that stuff and AI stuff. But you got to download the ATOTO app in your phone to do it. And I'm not gonna download any apps in my phone, so I hardly got any apps on there at all, and the less apps, the better. So anyway, they wanted me to mention that, but I'm not going to. I can't show you that feature. But yeah, it's got a lot of this. That weather stripping's tight. Okay. Okay, let me get these reverse lights on and I'll be back. Okay guys, I had to take the deal out. It doesn't just push in there. See, that's, looks like it just pushes in a hole. Well, obviously these are not the right ones for this. It had this end on there, which was, I don't know, kind of like a rivet deal. So I had to cut that off with my cutting wheel, and you cut that off, and then I got this big Christmas tree wallow router thing, and it took the whole thing all the way to the end. So you drill that all the way out, and then you can push that in. So that's in with a bulb, and so just pulled it in there. It had a gasket around here, and then around here where the lens goes. I think I'm just gonna put silicone in there. I'm not gonna worry about it. There's the lens there. See, it's all, I'll clean that out. Said it had a gasket here. Okay, let me put that in there. I got it all ready to, I'll use a little solder connection there and there. And once it's grounded onto here with these two screws, right here, then it should work. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, there's the deal you gotta cut off, guys, right there. See, it's kind of a like riveted type thing in there. So you just gotta cut that off, wallow it out. I did one, this is the second one. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got them tucked in there. I use these solder connections here. Get them off eBay and just heat them up with a heat gun and solders them together. You can put a little black tape over it to protect it even more. But that's it, and they don't work. Getting power, or was it no, it wasn't getting power. Get power when you put it in reverse, you know, it's a 3 on the tree. I don't know. I tried to put my deal on it and look back and wiggle it around, but there's probably a little switch or something in the bottom of the column or something like that. Okay, this ain't actually a blue wire, it's actually a brown, and that's the gas gauge. So what I had hooked up to it, I don't know, was this brown wire here that's going, you can see it better in the gas. Well, anyway, it goes down in from the frame coming back, and it was hanging down, and because this thing never had a gas tank in it, so I don't know, the original one wasn't hooked up. But I figured this was the gas gauge, but it's not, so I don't know what it is. So now I get to hook up, get some better wire and connect that. And the gas gauge reads half now. Before it was just going over past full. So anyway, I'm going to put them on and put the lenses back in. And you know, I got the regular lights on. So I guess that's it. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, show you a few things. Just came in just 2 minutes ago. These are the antennas directly from China. I forgot how many I ordered, a bunch. They're only like $2 each. So I loaded up on them. Now, I've used them a bunch of times and they work great, but for some reason they're not working. It's not working great in this van. I don't know if it's because the deal is touching the metal. I kept pulling it away from it, and it seemed like every time I touch it, it would clear up. I have another one. I don't know if I've got it laying here or not. I got another one too that I had, and I tried it, same thing. Then I drove it around there the other day, and it still, I figured maybe it was too close to the metal building and it was getting interference, but I drove it out the other side of the property and the same thing. So maybe we'll try one more, and if that don't work, then we'll have to get a regular antenna. Okay, so anyway, that, like I said, they work great on the other cars I got. Just got these in. Figure I'd buy a name brand. They're Kenwood 3.5 inch, and they weren't very much. But you gotta keep looking for these, because some sellers will sell it for 40 bucks, some will sell it for 30 bucks. You know what I mean? I think I paid like 30 for it, and I think these will fit in these doors without taking all the door panel and everything back off again. I think I can fit them in there. Just drill 2 holes there, put them in, And this hole here, see, they originally had speakers in there, because I got a hole here and then a hole here. But tell you the truth, you can't, there's nothing behind there to get it. They must have run it. This one just had a little plastic plug in it, factory plug, both sides, and they disintegrated trying to take them out. So it didn't come through here. It must have, I don't know. There's no holes in there. But anyway, I think I might do that. I might hook them up, see how they sound. If they sound all right, we'll put them in them doors. And like I said, I thought about putting them, mounting them up here, you know, underneath both of them, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. I got another set coming too, because I found these for like 30. Then there was another, I think it was a name brand, same thing for like 20. So I bought another set. So I actually got two sets of these coming. I can put in a bunch. But then again, this thing, you know, who knows? This thing doesn't put out very much power. Not very much power at all. So somebody said they were going to send me their old radio with a CD player and some speakers. Yeah, that's great. If y'all want to send me anything, I got a P.O. box in the description. The other thing, I was looking for that auxiliary, had two auxiliary plugs in the back, and somebody says, oh, it's on the front. Sure enough, there it is. So we can actually hook this up. I forget where the wire is, or the connection is, but I got all these, you know, extra plugs. I bet it's that one right there. So we'll hook the auxiliary from there into here, and yeah, that should work. I mean, the Bluetooth thing's supposed to work too, just without, you know, wireless, but I screwed around with it, and I couldn't get it to work right, you know. I screwed around with it, and then all the volume went off on both of them. And then I kept backtracking, trying to figure out something. Anyway, I got the volume working. I said, no, I'm going to try hooking up that Bluetooth again. So anyway, we'll hook the auxiliary in. Maybe these speakers. I don't know if I want to do that right now. I might. Okay, well, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm finished back here. That wire was the reverse light. And there was actually a plug down here. And I plugged it in, and then it went to that wiring I showed you, and it now works. I plugged it back in, put a piece of tape holding that up. That was the wire. So now we got a gas gauge. Okay, got the reverse lenses and stuff back in there. We'll figure out later why that doesn't work. Okay. That's what they cut these out for, was a 3.5 inch. So this one will fit right in there. Got to drill new holes. The holes are just barely on the outside of it. Okay, and I still can't figure out. Maybe that's the door jamb switch for interior light. I don't know, but they did drill a hole here. But they didn't drill a hole on the other side. Driver's side. I got the same speaker hole, but no hole in the jamb. So anyway, we'll have to run that. Okay, the auxiliary, there's the auxiliary cable there, and it goes in. If you remember last episode there, we had this main power wire, and then it had two extra deals for it. Well, one was for the media, or the auxiliary, and then this is a media, what do they call it, a USB A port wired Android Auto CarPlay and media playback. So I don't, if you got another device to plug in there, or a deal with loaded with music or something, you can put that in there. So that's what those are for. I don't have all this buttoned up where I want it yet, but because of stuff like this. So anyway, it should be no problem now getting the stereo working through that deal. Okay, let me mess around. I might hook these speakers up. Even the sun just behind that tree is making it chilly. But okay, let me mess around some more, and little buddy boy here, where'd he go? He's been chewing stuff up. There he is. This trailer wiring was laying right here where he chews stuff, and I don't know what it's from. It's not from this van because it's got its deal there. I think I checked the Camaro. I don't know what he chewed it off of. Maybe the Avalanche. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, I guess that's it. I'll be back. Hey guys, I got that speaker in there. Put the cover over it. These speakers didn't come with covers, so luckily I had these two extras, and it did have a hole behind there to run that wire, and then I just put a little piece of rubber hose over top of them wires, and then just cut off enough to get up in there and then come over to here, so when I can pull that out and lay it there, don't have to disconnect it. Okay, so the other side, of course there's no holes, but I see this is bent a little bit, so I think they brought the wire up through here, and then there's a little hole there, and they brought it through there. See, through here, and then through there, and then there's a hole right in there, but I don't know how they're going to get the wire from there to there. They did it somehow, maybe used a coat hanger, but I may just drill new holes because that's going to get in the way of this deal here to hold the door open. So we may drill a hole like they did on the other side, drill it here, here, and behind here, and then have it run up all along there. So I may do that. It's getting kind of chilly out, so okay, that's the other speaker there. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, want to show you a product I just got in. A YESPER brand jump starter and air compressor, the model X1. It's pretty light. Here's all the instructions, but should be able to figure it out pretty easy. Got a little cover over that. Okay. Charging cord. All the little attachments for soccer balls and bicycles and stuff. Okay, let me power it up. There we go. Oh, it's fully charged. That's good. Okay, let me hook up the jumper cable and the air compressor, and we'll try them both. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, pretty simple. Just screw in that to the for the air compressor. You heard that, and plug the jumper cables in. So I'm going to put everything, link and all that in the description, and if you don't need one, or you already have one, it is Christmas time, so get it for somebody that needs one, you know. Something to always, something that's handy to keep in your trunk. Okay, it's got a little booster button there. There we go. Heard it. Click on. Uh-oh. No. I don't think it's going to do it. I just wonder if I got... Yeah, the cables might be a little bit loose at the booster. It may need to be charged up, even though it says it's charged. There we go. There's just the battery cable was loose. Yeah, that battery goes, it's dead as a doornail. I just don't want to buy a whole bunch of batteries. Okay, yeah, see, this cable here was a little loose. Okay, let's go try, I think I just aired up this van front one here, but okay guys, we're going to try it out on the Avalanche tire that goes flat. So run for a little bit and I'll be back. Hey guys, it's been a few minutes. Looks like it's about aired up. Yep. Okay. Like I said, I'll put everything in the description there if you're interested. Okay guys, next day. The other speakers came in. They're Boss. Now these ones are 140 watts. The other ones were 40 watts. So, and they're, what's it say? Two-way full range. And these were the $20 ones. And these ones were the Kenwood $30 ones. I don't know, these ones look a little bit better. But anyway, I remounted it. It was almost going to get in the way of the shifter being here. And that stuff just peels off. That sticky stuff, it's real sticky. And you just kind of peel it off. And anyway, I went with the mounting pad up here on the dash and put the microphone there. Yeah, that's mainly for your phone, I guess. If you're using your phone. So I put a little strap there just to keep it from falling. The rear camera does work. I'll show you that here in a little while. But anyway, I got the cover off here and drilled a hole there, and we'll wire it up like the other side. Not sure whether to put these ones on now or not. Anyway, these ones came with some wire, but it's kind of thin. I got some mounting screws here too. Well, 2 sets of wires. But I got that thicker wire. I'm going to use that and round up some ends here for it. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I put 2 speakers in here and then 2 in the door. So, plus I still got them 2 under the seat hooked up. So there's actually 6 speakers hooked up. So,
which way to spell? Come on, let's go.
The antenna, I tried a different antenna, it's still the same. It's too much metal or something. You just touch it and stuff and it goes in and out. Anyway, here's the reverse cam. Like I said, I got the long extension to reach in the back, but and then the other hookup here is for the front. We're waiting on that. So we go to DVR cam. There's the cam right there. You see it? That's actually upside down. There we go. You see the front of the garage in there? See? So that works. Then you go down to the front there. Okay, well, turn off the key. I think we'll call that a video. It was just going to be about the dash, recovering the dash and installing it, but figured I'd add all that other stuff in there too, stuff I had to get done, speakers and the reverse lights and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that'll be it for this video. And major thing we need to do next time is to put electric fan in here and take out the heater core and the see if I can match it up with something like I said before. So oh, and get the front cam in, we'll show you that, hook up the reverse cam, both cams. So we can do all that on next episode of this, but I think the next episode is going to be on the Nova. We'll do that headliner, recover the sun visors, some other stuff. So I think that'll be about it, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. By the time this video comes out, I guess I'll be at 20,000. I'm just a couple, I don't know, 7 or 8 away probably. So yeah, in a few days when this video comes out, I should have 20,000. So thanks everybody for that. Been a long time. You know, probably about 3 years, maybe over 3 years I've been doing this. So it's not a lot, but it's better than some and not as good as most. But that's okay. Like I said, I'm not trying to be a big YouTuber or nothing. I'd be doing this stuff with or without YouTube. And anyway, little buddy boy here, he's tearing up more stuff. I don't know what all this stuff is. Packing thing. Okay. And Nicky, he's been in there for a couple hours messing around with Nikki, trying to hump her. She can't be getting pregnant being a blind dog. Well, hey, Nicky, you can sense he's over here messing around, huh, Nicky? Well, okay, guys. We'll see y'all next video. Thanks, everybody, for watching.